So one sign that your plants need some fertilizer is when the leaves turn yellow like this. So this potting mix had a lot of wood chips in it, and I'm thinking as they break down, they are taking all the available nitrogen, and so this little seedling can't have the nitrogen to grow, and so it's deficient. So I'm going to give it some fertilizer. I'm starting with my rainwater right here. A lot of tap water has chlorine and fluoride and other chemicals that are not good for your plants. So some of them will be okay with it, but a lot of them really like the rainwater. So this is the best thing to start. So I've got my rainwater. It's pretty stinky, so that's why I've got the glove on. And here's my worms, the red wigglers. Get some of this nice worm castings right here. Make sure, oh, leave the worm. Okay, put that in there. And my plants are gonna love it. Leave the big sticks for them to grab later. Okay, castings in there. And we'll give it a stir. Okay, let's go feed the plants. And it's just that simple sometimes. Here's another plant that had that high concentration of wood chips in the potting mix. I found some better stuff now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the fertilizer in this one. Some of this is also due to sun. It's just got a little bit too much sun. They grow better in some slight shade because they're little seedlings, but a lot of it's the wood chips in the soil. This is more ways I feed my plants, by using the insect activity to break down the compost that I've just composted in place. And also I buy a cheap bag of beans. These are cowpeas that I've thrown out. So they're gonna grab the nitrogen from the air and feed it to the plants. And then also another really good thing is all the different mushrooms that are breaking down the organic matter, and they are so awesome in their symbiosis relationship with plants. So those mushrooms, here's some mushrooms. They all work together to create one ecosystem. Okay, so this is the start of my weed tea. So I've been doing a little bit of weeding right here, getting some chickweed, some grass, some Virginia creeper that I don't want. And so I'm gonna make the homemade weed tea fertilizer. And I read a teensy bit about the JLF technique. And so what I'm gonna do is go over here. See, I've already got some lovely fungi activity right here. And I'm gonna dig down in here and grab some of this rich organic stuff that's already starting to break down. See there, you can see the mycelia right there. So I'm gonna add this to the weed tea, and hopefully that should give it some extra oomph to be a better fertilizer. So I emptied the last of the few leaves that hadn't decomposed in the worm castings into this bin with the mulberry cuttings. And this is going to be a different video that I'm doing. It's an experiment, but this is looking pretty good. A lot of these have already started to get leaves on them, and I'm very excited because I have not had a very high success rate for mulberries, and this is looking very promising. So I just transplanted these pots a couple days ago, and my, what a difference. Like, it really shows if you put them in bigger pots and fertilize them, they grow huge. These over here, they are being dwarfed because they're in a much smaller pot. For now, that's fine because the bigger pots, you have more soil and you have to wait longer. So when I'm selling these at the nursery, you want the smaller pots. But if I want to get more money for the plants, put them in a bigger pot and give them some more time, and they are really appreciating it. And it seems like they've almost gotten it a couple inches taller just in those few days.